Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Endgame series, episode 3. Today, we'll be looking at the two bishops mate, which is, although quite rare to get over the board, is quite instructive and very pretty. It displays the synergy of the two bishops very well, and it really explains why the two bishops are such a strength and why two bishops is a very big advantage to have. So the first step is to centralize the king, which we can just do by playing king to e2. He may follow, and we can get to this position where he has a choice to go king to d6 or king to f6. Both are possible. If he goes king to f6, then we can go king to d5, king to f4, and here bishop to d3. Now, why do we want to go bishop to d3? Bishop to d3 is mainly so we can build a box. After king to g4, this becomes very apparent. The bishops have put up a wall against the king, as you can see here, and they have confined the king to all these green squares. And where we'll be mating the king is the h1 square, which is where we will be trying to corrode. After king to e4, king g3, king e3, king to g4, king f2, and king h5. If you go king g3 here, oh no, what's this? The stalemate. Guys, please don't do this. It would really be a shame if you had to split the point up 6 points of material. So instead, better move is king f3. After king to h4, you can go bishop to g3. This is a very important move. It takes away h5 and it basically forces the king to go to h3 and closer to this corner of doom on h1. Now we can go bishop to g5, king to h2, king to f2, king to h3, and we can use these series of checks and checkmate the king. So this will be the typical contraption when mating the two bishops. The bishop controls one of the squares, the king controls the other, and then finally this bishop will be giving the checkmate. And yeah, that's basically it for this. All right, so going back here, that was king to f6. Instead, he can choose to go king to d6. We can go bishop to b7, and now he can go back. He can also go king to c5, which we can check later. All right, so regarding king to e6, we can go bishop to c4 check, and again, after king to e7, build up this wall. This is the typical way that you want to be mating the two bishops. You want to build a wall and you want to kind of keep the king in a certain area. Right now, the area is quite large, but that's fine because we'll be getting our king in and slowly but surely shrinking the area. Here, our target square is A8. This is the corner that we want to get the king in. After, we can go king to e5, king e7, king to d5, king e7, king c6, king f8, king d7, and oh no, what's this? It's another stalemate. Guys, don't do this. Again, I've said this before, king d6 is a much better move. Always be aware of your opponent's resources. Always make sure your opponent has a move when you're mating like this. And yeah, just don't stalemate. After king to d6, which is a much better move, you can go king to e8, which is solely a legal move. And again, this very nice move, bishop to g7, kind of forcing him to go to the a8 corner and taking away the f8 square. He only has one legal move, and we do this again to him, bishop to f7, taking away e8 this time. And after king c8, king c6, king b8, king b6, this is just so we make sure he doesn't escape here. King c8, bishop f6, taking away this. We can do this multiple times. Bishop to e6, taking away c8. I think you get the point here. And after king e8, if you go here, what's this? It's another stalemate. Yeah, always be aware of your opponent's stalemate traps and don't fall for them. Instead, a much better move is a waiting move, which is king to a6, so that after king b8, bishop to e5 check, king a8, and bishop to d5, we get a very nice checkmate. Again, using the same contraption, king controls one of the squares, bishop controls the other, and the final bishop is given, whoops, not that. Final bishop is given checkmate. All right, so after bishop to b2, he can also go king to c5. Here, the natural move would be bishop to b4, and that wouldn't be wrong. You can go bishop to b4. After this, you have your wall. Checkmate the same way, bring the king in, and after this, I guess you can play bishop to c4, and you have this again. But I wanted to show another way to mate, which is after uh, king to c5, going bishop to a3. This is more or less the same thing, except for you see these yellow squares the king cannot move to. So he's forced to go back to a square. And after he goes back to b6, we can do the same thing again. Bishop to c4 and make this box. Again, we will be forcing the king to a8. Here he can go king to a5, and now we make this, which is kind of another box, but this time the king is restricted to 2 squares. When you're making like this kind of contraption, I guess, again, always be on the lookout for stalemates. We can bring the king in, and now we can play this move, which is again a very nice move, taking away a5, crossing the king to where we want him, which is the a1 corner. After this, and guys should already be familiar with this, very common, again, same checkmate pattern as always. All right, so he can, instead of going king a5 earlier, he can also go king c6. Against king c6, you can play bishop to b5. Now, bishop b5 is just another waiting move. It's ensuring that we can go king to d5 because black has to move. So once he moves his king, we can go king to d5, and this will be much quicker. After king to d7, he can also go king to b6, by the way, but at this point, you should already know what's coming. Again, very nice. We can make this box here. And yeah, this is a bit of a different checkmate, I guess, but the principle is the same. You can box him in, and after this nice waiting move, not stalemating him, playing another waiting move, and we can get this checkmate, which is again, the same idea. All right, so instead, if he goes king to d7, we can go king to d5. He can go king to c7, and eventually, again, we keep this kind of wall against the king. We want to get him to a8. After king e8, king c7, and again, oh no, what's this? It's another stalemate. Don't fall for it. Go king c6. It's a much better move. King d8, and again, this nice move. Bishop to f7, taking away e8, and by now you should be really familiar with this pattern to get the king to the corner and to finally checkmate him. All right, yeah, and that's it. So if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.